Wow, 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 wow.
Woo! Hello.
Hello, hello.
Long time no see.
Has it been?
It feels like only 2 days ago we were in these very chairs.
Just like this.
It's a curveball Sunday show on a Tuesday.
Okay, you see in our recommended here, German man attacked by Karen. Tommy C right there.
Wow.
Should we be talking about a German man attacked by a Karen?
Well, no, because that would just be bad for business, right? Like they were just stealing his whole idea, right?
I don't even know what that is that he's talking about.
Plus, we might break TOS if we do that. So,
Shouts out to Cosmic Jive there at the top. Yeah, I have no idea what that even is that he's talking about. I have to find the hit story on the German man attacked by a lady.
Yeah, it might be breaking news. Welcome, Poland and Carla.
I says I'm a little sick and now I get bullied in chat. Is that what's going on?
The emoji game is strong. Poland managed to get, I think, everyone that's related to being sick. This is impressive. See, it's that kind of attention to detail that gets you executive producer.
There you go. I guess that's what they say.
Yeah.
So yeah, how you doing, Kev? It's only been 2 days. Anything crazy?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I appreciate you for your self-imposed quarantine. But other than that,
I figure I could save you from getting sick. It's probably a good thing.
I do. I appreciate that. I stay well stocked with the Ricolas because podcast and streaming a lot. But
yeah,
it would have been pretty rough on everyone involved if we both got sick. So, hey, that also just gives me a little more time to practice my saxophone. So I don't hate it.
Yeah, it does put us one more week back before we hit that 100 mark, huh?
We're really milking it.
I feel like for some reason it does feel like we've been hovering in the 90s just for a long time. Like we can't get through the 90s. It's like the universe doesn't want us to get to 100.
Dude, it might take another minute. I've looked at the calendar, man. We got Christmas and New Year's on a Monday, back to back. Like who knows what we'll be doing. So hey, we'll be able to 100 will be a celebration. I can tell you that.
There you go.
We'll be ready for it by the time we get there come February or whenever that is.
So I did see you had some breaking news though over the past 2 days. It's funny you didn't mention anything about your new lady friend. I mean, I asked you anything happened in the past 2 days and you just have nothing to say. And I'm kind of like, well, what the fuck is this then, Kevin?
Oh, God.
Who's this? Who is this?
Yes, dude. I don't know, but I tell you what, she's probably the one.
Do you think she got this tattoo for the coolest Kevin that we know?
Probably. I would think so. That of all the fonts, why would you use one that's comes stock on Google Docs and Word? It almost looks fake.
That's about the ugliest fucking tattoo I've ever seen in my life.
I strangely believe that it's real, but of all the fonts you could pick.
So hold that thought. Strangely believe that it's real. Well, when you sent me the picture, I thought, oh, I saw this. I did.
Ooh.
There's a video.
Perfect.
So I mean, again, you can fake anything these days, so who knows, but tell me
no
here.
Way. Oh shit.
Okay.
Done?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Look how happy she is.
Right? I mean, she's got the greatest name of all time tattooed on her forehead. I would be very happy too, but it's I don't want to draw any more attention to my forehead. So we're all good on any. If I tattoo anything, I'm going to pull a Fousey and just put my my hairline back on. But that's a wonderful tattoo, and makes me feel good about my old press X to doubt meter there, Danny. So like you said, you could technically fake anything, but I'm feeling pretty good. Probably going to doubt something later. So good little warm up.
Here, let's play the rest of this.
What is that Godzilla music for?
Okay, he's gonna love it.
Hi, Carla. Oh, that's just someone's car. I was like, what's with the ominous, like, boom? Like, what
This
the hell?
actually signaled the fucking rapture.
Right?
As soon as this tattoo finishes, it's like,
That's right. It sounded like the end of Red State. Like, what the fuck, dude? What's going on here?
Oh, nice to see you, Carla and Poland, in the chat here. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I've got a great opener today, and you'll be surprised by it. Actually, I was surprised by it because I thought, when's the last time I actually thought about Pokemon? When's the last time you thought about Pokemon? Pokemon, because Maine, I think about that. That's like the Roman Empire for me.
Okay.
But no, Pokemon.
Whew. What up, PT? Couple years for me. How about you? Are you still into it? Because I got some homies that are still into it. So I'm not a Pokemon hater. All right.
So like I'll buy the games every once in a while. Yeah. Like I bought the last one. I play them. Yeah. I won't front.
Last time I thought about him, though, honestly, might have been 2016. When did she say Pokemon go to the polls? That was probably the last time where I was like, oh yeah.
One of the best quotes of all time. Shouts out Hillary Clinton.
Right? Yes.
Somebody's gonna take issue with that. Shouts out drone strikes. Say something, I dare you.
Oh, come on now. All I gotta say is Nobel Peace Prize. That's all I got to say about that.
Here, let me see if I can pull
Predator
this up.
drones.
Yeah, no, I just stumbled upon this on Twitter from one of those popular, those Twitter accounts that you see like 3 posts from every day when you're scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple different ones that you see like every post that they ever make, and this is one of them. Scuba Ryan, forget your zodiac sign, which I think we've done stuff like that. So we've been there. We've done the tarot cards and we've talked about that kind of stuff. What was your OG starter Pokemon, Kevin?
Let's go. Do you want to get you want to guess first, or should I just go out and tell you?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
This one's easy for me. This was a non-thinker.
I'm guessing for you is Charmander.
Ooh, I don't know. No, actually, believe it or not, gang, I was a Squirtle guy, which is kind of a hard sentence to say.
You're a Squirter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a Squirter.
10 out of 10 would recommend. Absolutely. So Squirtle gang. That's right. Mama Creepy knows what's up. Yeah, we're headed on to Blastoise. That's right.
Can you guess mine?
I am guessing Danny was a Bulbasaur guy.
Wow, nice pick. How? Why? What's the rationale behind that?
Well, you had picked me as a Charmander guy. So at that point, it was a coin flip between, Squirtle and Bulbasaur. And I just kind of figured, I had to take a chance. I'll be honest with you. It was just a calculated risk, that I was thinking you might go. There was nothing about where I'm like, oh yeah, Danny's, that wuss Danny's. He must have been a Bulbasaur guy. And it was nothing like that.
No, I think I picked Bulbasaur when I played the first time because there you go, Mama Creepy. She knows. Well, this is what I was about to say though. She's right. I picked Bulbasaur the first time because I'm pretty sure in the anime I liked that Ash's Bulbasaur. He stayed Bulbasaur first off, and he was a fucking badass. And kind of, yeah, like a sassy, like wouldn't take your shit. Powerhouse. Bulbasaur. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I am not catching everybody. Squirrel gang.
He meant to say Squirtle. Poland just wanted to say that she's not enjoying this segment, which we appreciate.
Poland Spring, what is your OG Pokemon starter? Are you telling me you've never played Pokemon before? L's in the chat for Poland Spring and no Pokemon.
It's
Seriously.
interesting. See, I played the game before I ever watched the show, so I didn't have any impact.
Oh, I was a nerd, dude. I was
on
into
who I
that
picked.
show.
I just was a water nerd, apparently. I was like, oh yeah, dude, I can hit you with a water gun. Let's do that. Didn't want to light things on fire. I was told I wasn't allowed to do that anymore, so it didn't seem right to tease myself with it on my Game Boy. If setting fires was such a bad thing, you know, probably might get in trouble. Might get my Game Boy taken away if I picked the little pyro lizard. So I played it safe and said, look, you know, I'm the Smokey Bear of this bitch.
So, okay, I'm trying to find something maybe that we can get Poland Spring on board with at the top of the show. So
Carlo, too.
I follow wait, is everybody mad about this?
Carlos says I've never played Pokemon. I'm not for God's sake.
Oh, holy shit. Come on, guys. Okay, this isn't Lolicon or whatever.
Uncalled for.
It's fucking Pokemon, dude.
It's not My Little Pony, all right?
Yeah.
It's different.
Big difference, okay? Seriously? Honestly, Kevin, I'm scared that you even said that because now there it is. It's now people can make that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no.
We make fun of the guy that does the My Pony shit, and now we're fucking talking about Pikachu or whatever. And now they're gonna put Pikachu in a jar for us.
Don't do
we're
that.
We're fucked.
Well, that's why we haven't started that P.O. box thing yet, because I just kind of assumed that that's actually the kind of stuff we'd get sent.
Poland had asked me for a P.O. box, and I had told her that we had one. So I gave her my neighbor's address, and he's been getting dead mice sent to his house.
Oh.
The only reason I know is because the mailman is really grossed out every time they come up. Afterwards, they're like, why the fuck are they getting these packages? When they come to my house, you know, I'm next in line. I was like, I don't know, dude. They're psychopaths, seriously.
And they just scream, damn you. I know you're out there. You're watching me, aren't you?
So, no, I've got one for Poland Spring. Here's one at the top. So, a relic of the past, I guess, for me at least. I think I followed Chris D'Elia on Instagram a long time ago when he was getting into a bunch of shit. And it was funny to see his responses, whatever. I kind of, as a relic left over from that era when he was getting canceled, I still follow him on Instagram. All right. So I'm fucking scrolling through Instagram, and trigger warning everyone. Close your eyes. Okay. PG-13, I guess. I'm scrolling, and you'd think the guy that got accused of like being inappropriate in people's, you know, messages. Oh, Snapchat messages delete. I didn't know that. You know, that guy.
Wait, they do?
You'd think that guy would like quit with the creepo stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I would think, at least. Just go quiet with the creepo stuff. Quit with the creepo stuff. Okay. Here we go. So he's got like a machete. It's one of those
wait, that's like a pirate sword.
Yeah.
Or like an admiral's sword. That has like the knuckle guard on there. Wow.
He needs a knuckle guard somewhere else.
What is that tattoo? Oh, don't mind Pest's typo there.
Well, look what we're looking at. We're not.
What's up, Pest? Good to see you.
We're gonna have to do a 40-minute stream after this, explaining to the audience how we're not gay after we showed this Chris D'Elia picture. Look, guys. Okay, I'm making fun of him. this came on my timeline inappropriately, so I thought I'd show it to you inappropriately.
If we have to see it, you have to see it. What up, VW? You came at the perfect time. Welcome.
Sometimes I do like that. Is there something about that? What? Sorry, V-Dub. What is it about like what is it about when you experience something that at least this is how it goes for me. It's not necessarily like gonna hurt you or anything. It's not gonna like send you into a spiral. But when I suffer from something and I want to share it with people.
Oh yeah. Okay, go on.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm scrolling through. This was a good example. I'm scrolling through Insta. I see fucking Crystal Lee with the pirate sword. I'm like, I shouldn't have had to see this. And then I think, perfect.
That'll make a great palate cleanser.
No one else should have had to see this either.
You'll be ready for anything after this segment.
Hey, that's the way she goes sometimes.
Oh, I love it, dude. Unfortunately, my brain doesn't have a Snapchat filter, so it's going to be a while before I can forget that image. Hopefully it gets out faster than Keemstar in his underwear, because that one stayed a surprisingly long time. I think it was all the grunting. It looked like he was auditioning for a role in a Planet of the Apes remake. I don't know. It was very odd.
Is this what you call it when you do that? Carlos
Trauma
says
dumping.
Trauma dumping. I'm dumping my trauma on everyone else. Okay.
You got to process it. What I hear you should do is you should do an event, but say it's for charity, and then spend a lot of the money having like parties for 4 days so that you and your friends who get punched in the head can process your trauma. That is how I hear you should do it from the experts.
Okay. The experts.
Yeah, he's got a mullet, so I know he knows what he's talking about. I think the last video I got recommended from him was about why he should flush paper towels down the toilet. I don't know.
You should be able to flush paper towels. Are you on that? Are you in that? I feel like if it's bad enough that you're bringing out the paper towels, dude, we got issues.
Dude, get
got more issues
wipes,
than your
not sponsored.
than your clogged up toilet.
Yeah, get you some of them wet wipes. That's gonna the paper towel. If you're using
that's
paper
worse.
towels,
Honestly, I thought that wet ones are like, or wet wipes are bad.
I think they make some that are flushable, but still, just like I don't know, man. Like if you're having that kind of problems, it sounds like you have the kind of trash can you're gonna have to empty every time you take a dump.
You don't want your.
How did we end up here? This is my fault.
You don't want a shit iceberg beneath your house, dude. I'm telling you, a fucking giant shit paper towel iceberg just ready to burst.
Poor Poland, we got past Pokemon. I was like, yeah, we're gonna detour back to butts real quick. Just we need another palate cleanser from me. I'm so sorry. I'll put myself in timeout.
Here, we'll go from the top. Today, we're going to have some Sam Bankman-Fried stuff, some Boogie2988. Me and Kevin both watched the doc. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and how the fans are reacting afterwards, too. I really wasn't planning on talking about the Boogie thing. I was kind of just going to gloss over it. Honestly, my wife one night when I saw that it came out, she was like, I don't want to fucking watch Nasty Boogie. I was like, well, okay.
A lot of people have said that in the last 4 or 5 years.
I don't want to watch Nasty fucking. I don't care about Boogie. And I was like, yeah, well,
fair enough. Yep. Yeah, he knows. He has seen it live.
It's funny to see all the fallout from that. Curtis Connor has a new special, and while the special, we can argue whether that's funny or not. The comments underneath his most recent post with this trailer, we can't argue over whether those are funny or not because they definitely are. Without a doubt. We'll get to that. Doja Cat's crazy. Adin Ross is flippant with his money. And much more. How's that sound?
I'm shocked at those last two. Breaking news. Wow.
Let me show you the Doja Cat thing. I was like, I don't know if this is some kind of what do they call this? Guerrilla marketing. I don't know if this is some kind of just ad campaign for her. She's like, okay, this is how we're gonna get the album out. But
I bet.
I've just been seeing some crazy shit. And when I saw this, I literally thought, oh, I saw it without volume at first. Oh, this is shit. She's literally shitting. But it's not. So no trigger warning, guys. Not literally shitting. But as you can see here, the legs are up. And
What
change
the hell?
and change my die. Oh, and change my die. Okay, let's listen to what Doja Cat has to say.
Oh no, dude! I've seen stuff about this on the Learning Channel.
Did you hear the commentary from the peanut gallery?
No, I didn't.
Here, let me roll this back.
What? Speak of trauma dumping. You see, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
I agree with the peanut gallery. What is that? What this room is for? It says "scream here." Is this some kind of?
It's supposed to be
Is this some
into
kinda,
the pillow
therapy room? Like I've heard of rooms like this where you go in and break stuff, but
She didn't.
I don't
get the
know,
point.
man. I've seen these specials on TLC where it's like I'm dating someone who thinks she's 5, and I'm like, put that dude in a cage, right? Like that's got to be illegal somehow. That's a dying cat.
Doja stole her soul for real, and yeah, Pest says that's a dying cat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Poland.
Did you have a baby?
Oh Lord, dude. I fluctuate from whether I think Doja Cat is like a revelation or just a psychopath. Because I
She's
mean,
an artist, huh? You know,
when you act like that, she does make some good music for like acting like that. I wouldn't guess that that person would be capable of much.
yeah, you know, I never know with any musicians where it's like who produced this, who wrote this. You know, is she potentially just a really great singer? And then, you know, at that point, she can kind of just be off the wall, right?
Can
Like
be a nut
it'd be
job.
one thing you wouldn't think someone who's like a great songwriter or something would be acting like a baby. And what I first thought was an airplane. I was like, dude, is that first class row of an airplane? She's doing
Well,
that? That's weird.
like I was saying, I
I've never
thought
been in a plane before.
with the sound off, I thought that she was farting. And then when I turned the sound on, I thought she was farting initially because it kind of sounds like a fart. Poland says Doja started doing drugs. That's why she's not obese anymore. I didn't know that.
That's probably why she's dating a guy that looks just like me. He's probably her dealer, huh?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Remember when we made fun of her because she's dating a guy that looks like us?
Yeah. So you're telling me there's a chance, you know? All I gotta do is be a freaking Molly dealer. Sorry, it's a joke. It's a joke. All right.
Is it bad for me to put
I don't know what
like
she's doing.
how do I verify what Poland says that she
Good luck,
was
homie.
not obese anymore? Like I type in Google like Doja Cat obese to see if it was a thing.
Yeah, good luck.
I don't see obese Doja Cat, so I don't know. I can't verify whether our producer out there is correct or not. Don't take our word for it. Doja baby. I mean, that's what people. That's what the people say, dude. Satanic rituals with Doja. Who knows what she's up to?
That's what they do, man. It's Super Bowl. Just watch. I hear all about it in my YouTube comments.
Let's see here. I got a submission from Pest.
Oh,
Dr. Pest himself. He sent me an article. I found this. I don't know if you're a fan, Kevin. I'm not personally, never really have been. Catch a few episodes here and there, but Homer will no longer choke Bart in The Simpsons. Quote, times have changed.
That's just ridiculous, right?
Has the woke mob came for us?
When will it stop? My God, I miss the old days when a father could choke his son for comedic relief on basic cable, and everyone knew it was a joke and thought it was really funny.
What are they cartoons for? What are they cartoons for? Okay. To me, it starts breaking down to like the same thing where they say, oh, if your kid's playing violent video games, they're going to go shoot up a place. Like, I don't know. Is some dad going to choke their fucking kid because they saw Homer Simpson do it? I mean, I don't get it.
Did we switch sides? I didn't even think.
Did we?
This. I don't know.
Good catch.
Switching it up.
But yeah, I don't know. I get it with like, if it was a fucking, you know, if this was Frasier and they're like, Frasier's no longer going to choke, choke his son on the show anymore, whatever. Sure. I get that. They're human beings doing it. This is fucking yellow Homer and yellow Bart. Yeah, now he's just going to say he's fucking a dumbass instead.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. It's
going to change from physical to mental abuse.
What up?
Emotional abuse.
I never took The Simpsons as like a role model, so I guess I never really put much thought into this.
Exactly.
It's like, oh my God, they shouldn't. Here, would it make here? I'm gonna fix it. There we go. Is that better? We can switch it. There you go. Put you back here.
I don't care.
This. Look at that. Ooh, look at that.
I don't like that one as much. I love it. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like you're tuning into the Clout for the first time, and it's like, how can you tell who's the more vain one? More than if my fucking giant screen was up here and you were just the small guy in the corner. Pay attention to me, baby.
That would be great, dude. That's like a great punish. We should open that up for the patrons to have an option for that. Make Kevin small screen for an episode.
That's extra payments. That's the $100 tier. You can make Kevin become a small box on the screen.
And I put a filter over here on the soundboard, and I have like a really high pitched voice too for it. We can do a whole thing.
We just make you suck helium balloons the whole time.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I'm getting a raise too. Nice. All right, I like this. Let's go.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so should we get into an actual story? I guess. We've got plenty of shout out style clips today, so there's definitely a bunch of that, but we missed a lot the last episode, so I want to pull up some stuff we missed. Let's see. We did the Doja, so Adin was on the thumbnail. We got to get to Adin. What's up? What's up new with Mr. Adin Ross?
I'm sure it's thought-provoking.
So you remember how there was this whole arc with Fuzi that we went over, and then he went crazy and went away for, well, he I don't know if he went crazy. I think he was crazy the whole time, but he decided to take a pause.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always crazy.
Well, he's back, I guess, and him and Adin are hanging out. And it's weird because the two clips I have for Adin this week are him just fucking shitting money out because he has it, I guess.
Oh, Poland, take a lap.
Nice eyes, by the way.
We're doing butt stuff again, apparently. Wait a minute. What do you say?
Am I about to get one of those like surprises that he does?
Is that a real beard? Can you really grow that?
Look at him.
That looks like trigger warning for something that's gross, guys. Okay. You remember in Jackass when they all shaved their pubes and glued it to one of the guys' faces? That's kind of, listen, that's kind of what this looks like to me. And maybe I'm just being, I think I just broke a cardinal rule, Danny. A man shouldn't mock another man's beard. But we are talking about a guy who tattooed his hairline. So I think it's reasonable for me to press X to doubt on this beard, dude. We haven't had a good reason for me to X to doubt something yet. So I'm calling bullshit on this beard.
The
I think
thing
he got
is
beard
that
extensions.
it's a lot like that Jackass skit, you know, like you were saying, except he pays somebody like hundreds of dollars to professionally glue pubes all over his face.
Yeah,
He thinks that
probably
it's real hair. It's real hair.
he doesn't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be worse, honestly, than the Jackass skit. Oh
Oof.
goodness.
I'm
They got
gonna
a
give
prison
you.
cell in
It's
there.
not a loan. You don't have to pay me back. I'm giving you $100,000. Just because I know what you. Dog. They're gonna rape me. Okay.
Oh,
What the hell? Sorry. I mean,
what a weird. I mean, there is a prison cell in the room, which I still I have a lot of questions about that. Poland, I think it's safe
That's
now.
where he sleeps.
Although, I mean, that face, that Fousey here, I'm going to switch it so we can see it. You know, more of Fousey. Like that's
frightening.
Yeah, see that in my sleep. My night terror demon is going to reform into that. Whew.
Yeah, it looks like back there that he streams in front of his bedroom and then he goes into his bedroom and sleeps. That's what that is, Kevin. I don't
That's
know
a bet. But
I don't know
why
why
is
you think
there?
that's so weird.
Yeah, like there's bars on it. It looks like they went and got that from the set of damn it, I forgot the Netflix show. Squid Game. There we go. Boom. I saved it. I got there. I got back to it in time. I didn't ruin the joke. I saved it. It went very smoothly and it landed. It
Maybe
killed.
that's what they're doing.
If this was a live audience, they'd be laughing and applauding that great joke. I don't know, but I still don't understand why there's a prison cell in that very odd living room that
He's
used to be
doing
a warehouse.
He's doing his own Squid Games, like you said. I'm sure it's one of his kooky streams. That's how Adin Ross makes all that money. He's so
Kooky.
That's the word I was looking for. So here we go again. This one a little more comical than that one, if you ask me, because that's just him being dumb. I mean, giving Fousey $100K for what? Bro, thanks, bro. Here's $100K, man. I know you went through it. What? Went through being paid fucking thousands of dollars to be a psychopath online, and now he's broke all of a sudden. Like, I doubt he even needs $100K. Is that real shit? Are you kidding me? If Fousey's that broke, he's definitely hit rock bottom.
I mean,
he just had like tons of kick streams like not too long ago that had to have made him some money. He was popping off there for a second, remember?
Yeah, it was like about a second, maybe like 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, but I imagine he kind of bounces off of rock bottom, kind of like a rubber ball, which was all we had to play with when I was poor. We actually cut it in half so we could get more use out of it. We play a game called stickball, and we'd throw half of a rubber ball at each other and try to hit dingers with it, brother. That's how you do it in the South.
I like that. Hitting some dingers.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting some dingers. I just played with dirt in the yard. That's what I did.
Hey, I had to do that too. You know, you got to find friends somehow.
Dirt and sticks.
They're bugs.
Yeah. When I got old enough, it was like baseball bats. And mailboxes.
Oh.
You know.
I
We
know.
got there eventually, but.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that. Didn't do anything like that.
Me either. Nope. Not really. I'm just kidding. Adin Ross says he scammed for $200K after buying an unreleased Travis X Kanye song, but it was AI. Now listen to this.
So I paid $200,000 for an unreleased song.
Dumb.
Thank you. Right off the jump.
Just dumb.
Do we need to go any further?
I don't think so. You already got scammed. Even if that was real, you got scammed because what are you going to do?
$200K.
You're going to be the only one who ever listens to it.
I mean, this isn't Wu-Tang Clan, man. We're talking about Kanye and fucking Travis fucking get people smashed at his concert. Isn't that the guy that had the fucking concert where people were getting smothered to death?
He said, I can't hear you in the back row. And the EMTs were like, well, that's because we're taking him to the hospital. And yeah, it was rough. Yeah, Poland, you should be safe. I think the butt stuff is done for now.
Holy cow. Well, here you go.
It was AI. I got scammed for $200,000 buying an AI song.
Dumbass, dude.
Yeah. Y'all want to hear it?
Like, how does that even happen? Did he listen to it before? I got questions, but he don't have answers. It's just like, what did you fucking Venmo him 200K and then they sent you some bunk ass fucking SpongeBob AI rap? I don't get it. I don't get how you get scammed like that. Wouldn't you listen to it first?
Imagine how many foreign princes he's trying to help escape right now. Like, you know, probably paid his taxes in Target gift cards last year. Like, what kind of scams does this guy not fall for?
Maybe they're like, you know, we can't let you listen to the song because who knows, you may listen to it and then decide you don't want to buy it.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably how they got him. I mean, this is just karma for me. This guy has scammed and rug pulled his own following so many times that awesome. I hope he gets scammed 5 more times this week.
You know, Connor says, I figure most music is AI anymore. Sad reality we live in. It is interesting. I do think about it sometimes. Like, I've seen enough. We've seen that one lady that was a completely like Gorilla's AI generated ripoff. And there's tons of like, we watched that SpongeBob that was AI generated SpongeBob rap or whatever. Just all kinds of AI generated shit. And it's like, are we going to be able to tell when Shakira comes out with her next single and be able to differentiate that like half of her song is AI generated or not? No, I don't think so.
Singularity.
It's like
become one.
He might have got ripped off because this is a shitty AI generated single or whatever. But I think now probably, or at least in the near future, AI is going to be able to fucking make a song that you won't be able to tell the difference between whether it's real or not.
I can't wait to hear the announcement of people paying $450 to go to the first AI only concert.
Yeah. What's worse? What's worse? An AI only concert that's like just made up by AI performances and songs, or hologram brought back from the dead and they use AI to replicate, you know, like sing and stuff. What's worse in your eyes?
Ooh, I think bringing dead people back is worse for sure.
They gonna do that too?
Oh, they're gonna keep doing that. Absolutely.
How do you think Hillary Clinton's still alive? They keep bringing her back from the dead, and she'll never go.
She'll never. Yeah. She'll always be back.
Check this out.
I hear she's gonna run again.
Listen how AI this is, bro. Listen, chat. Listen, I bought the AI version.
Yeah, just talk over the whole thing. That's make it real easy to tell.
This video's fucked. There it is. I mean, it sounds terrible.
I mean, to be fair, this does sound like 2021 Kanye to me, but you know, it is what it is.
Paul says this sounds like Korn's music.
Like something takes a part of me. Like that, Korn?
Yes, that's what she meant. She just spelled it wrong. Loser.
My second favorite scat band.
You should know better than that, okay? Don't you know your 90s new metal bands?
We're gonna talk shit about Rob Zombie next. I can't take it, man. We dig through the ditches, but we do not burn through the witches around here. All right.
Oh, that's how that song goes?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
I thought they were saying something else.
Oh no, he's talking about burning through witches, dude. I'm like, how dare you, bro? That's you just put a target on your back, you dummy.
I don't know. I guess my stepdad, when I was growing up, was singing the lyrics wrong then, because he said "burn through those bitches."
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe there's
he was projecting.
Have I been listening to the censored version this whole time? Wow, who would censor Rob Zombie? Wrong Korn.
We're gonna watch. We get copyright strikes for that. Fuck you, Aiden.
Ooh, maybe I can work on that for the next album, B-Dub. Well, we got one coming this month, but it unfortunately won't have any Korn or Blink or Kanye
I'm fine with the corn.
type beats. I wish I could make
all the
Korn.
corn, dude. All the corn you want to do. I'm down with corn. As an Ohio boy, I'm down with all corn, whether it's the K or the C.
Right.
Okay.
Of course.
Goodness gracious. There you go. Adin Ross blowing money. That's $300K right there down the drain.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. My heart goes out to you, Adin.
All right, Kevin, we watch movies sometimes, and I saw this, and I had to admit, when I saw this, I'm not sure if this is real or not. You have to tell me. Now, I've seen,
should I get it ready?
Like parody versions of this account specifically that I'm about to show you, discussing film on Twitter. There's like one that's called like debussing film or something and blah blah. It has many parodies, but I'm pretty sure this is the real one, and I'm pretty sure this news here is real. Not that it makes sense.
Oh,
a $1 million budget Barbenheimer movie is in the works. The film follows Dr. Barbenheimer, a scientist doll living in Dolltopia who tries to take out humanity with a nuclear bomb. Source Hollywood Reporter. Now, does this look legit to you? I mean, nothing indicating that it's not. Look, we got discussing film, your source for quick and reliable news. Sounds reliable to me.
Man, I would want to doubt on this, but
Barbenheimer.
This is absolutely something that someone would do.
Like,
the $1 million budget sounds very low, so like it's just it's odd to me that I guess some C or D list, some Neil Breen or the guy who did the Birdemic movie apparently is doing this. No, those are a little lower budget.
Yeah, now
they're
that you
significantly
say that,
lower budget, but $1 million for this feels like it's oh wait, those guys made Puppet Master. If Pest is right about that, this is going to be some kind of very interesting $1 million film to watch. But
because I love Puppet Master,
I haven't gone back. That was one that scared me as a kid, and I think I've told you guys my thoughts on not going back to stuff that scared me as a kid because it just kind of ruins it for me if I don't like it as much. So Puppet Master I did hold in high regard, but it has been decades since I've watched one.
Yeah, it's probably really cheesy now, I would imagine. And like obviously we're old fucks now, so none of that shit really scares us, but I loved the little puppets. They were cool. Like honestly, I love all of the real props and real things that they used to make in movies like that. So all those puppets initially, they weren't all CGI. They had their little fake CGI that they tried to fit in that you knew what it was. But all the puppets themselves, were all like dolls, like actual dolls. So I appreciate all of the attention to detail on like all that shit. I got to look that up now.
This does, yeah. Pest saying this is legit. He says the studio is famous for straight to DVD movies, and that is exactly what it feels like with $1 million. Yeah. It'll probably be bad in my humble opinion, but I'm hoping it's one of those so bad it's good kind of deals. With $1 million, I don't know. It really depends on who's writing it, I guess, because if you're doing, how do you make an animated film for $1 million? And not
right, yeah, it has to be something weird. I don't know. There's something to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's one of those, like, it's a limited space or something. So they're like, it all happens in a room, maybe, or like a lot of it happens, in some sort of way where they can circumvent a bunch of, cost on set and extra shit. I have a feeling that it's going to have some kind of gimmick to it. You know what I mean?
Not yet, Greg. Not yet. It's on the docket. And welcome, by the way. Welcome.
But yeah, dude, these puppet masters used to fucking do me right back in the day. My mom would get up really early in the morning and wake me up before she leaves for work so that I could go to school or whatever. And this was the kind of shit that was still on, like sci-fi and shit, when I'd wake up in the morning. Puppet Master, or Chucky or something. I'm keen on all that old school shit, old school horror shit. Nowadays, it's too scary. It's too real. It's like, I don't want to think about the idea that, one day I might want to adopt a kid, and then it happens that she's like an 80-year-old lady that fucking tries to sleep with me and kill my wife.
That may happen.
That's too crazy.
It's always a possibility.
That's way too crazy for me.
That's why I make every realtor walk me up into an attic, because I've seen Black Christmas too many times, and I refuse to be killed by somebody who's been living in my walls.
Right? Yeah, check every nook and cranny when you get in that bitch. Nobody's hiding in my closet. That's so awesome. Anyways, Greg, when he came up in chat here, he reminded me, that's kind of cool, Greg. But I did have, funny how that happens. I have a Greg Miller clip on here that made me laugh. So it's funny that he's in chat there. Nice to see you, man. Kind of cool, Greg. This is Greg Miller, another person that works at Kind of Funny. And he shares this fucking clip. He's like, he's always doing this bait where he likes to stir up shit with PC people versus console stuff. And I saw this. We were talking about getting new computers before the episode, and this guy got a new computer.
Oh no.
And just how quick the dude fucking, he's shocked.
Oh, dude, that would unbreak my heart. Yeah.
So that, that's why I stick to the consoles, I guess.
God damn, dude. Yeah, your PlayStation never do that to you, as far as I know.
None of my Xboxes have ever caught fire, so we're good still. But
yeah, once they got over that red ring of death thing, it's been pretty smooth sailing.
I've always been too apprehensive to get like a crazy computer anyways, dude, because they have like, some of them got like water coolers and shit in it and got this and that. I feel like one sneeze and my computer's going to fucking turn into a fireball right next to me. They get too complicated sometimes. All right. Well, I guess that means it's a good time to get into the Crowder stuff.
Ooh, of course. Yeah. Let's go. I'm ready.
So
you can tell by my shoulders.
We kind of talked about this pre-show. If you guys don't know, the big news with Crowder right now is that Community Notes has owned him. Okay. He thought he would be funny and say that
that's been his problem for so long.
Yeah. He thought he would be funny and say that, is this proof that God hates lesbians? Okay.
Well, fucking watch it.
That's just an outrageous thing to say, especially when we watch this clip. Okay. Is this proof that God hates lesbians? Yes, we're going to get into the manifesto shit. This is just a clip I found.
The old bait and switch.
Yes, we'll get into the manifesto shit, but this shit made me laugh, dude. Community Notes even gets in on it. Is this proof that God hates lesbians? New study reveals cunnilingus is the leading cause of throat cancer. You ready for this?
I'm so ready.
A new study shows that
got to turn her up just a tad.
Cunnilingus is now the leading cause of throat cancer, or doctors are discussing this. According to some new research, the higher incidence of Americans engaging in oral sex, specifically cunnilingus, carries a greater risk of oral HPV contraction and now statistically leads to a higher probability risk of developing oral cancer than smoking, tobacco, or hard alcohol use.
Does that sound wild to you or what? Like, I had to look, I didn't look into his studies here. I'm just laughing at him because it sounds ridiculous.
It sounds made up. This
Are
sounds
you
like
telling me
something you
that-
say to your wife so you don't have to do something you don't want to do anymore.
Excuse me, did you know that I could get throat cancer from that?
Yeah.
Even worse than cigarettes. Like, say
Wait,
that's
hang
my
on.
wife. My wife doesn't want me to smoke cigarettes, so I'm going to be like, well.
Did
know what's
Nancy
worse
Reagan
than
die of throat
cigarettes?
cancer? Because that might be a two-way street, you guys.
Well, he's trying to make the claim that it's lesbians, okay? So,
well, I mean, I'm just saying, if we're gonna science, we got to go all the way. We got to make sure, just to be safe. He got the pass, dude. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Pest is taking his word for it. See, that's what I see. If you so choose, you can just accept this blindly and use it as an out going forward. That's I'm just saying.
Save this link.
Right?
I'll send you the link, Pest.
A doc, you can say, hey, this came from a doctor. It is a scientific fact.
Steven Crowder said it.
This comes from a new study that's now being referred to as the God hates lesbians but loves black guys research.
Wow. You think they workshop that?
Even our delayed laugh made me laugh. It's like I tried not to laugh for the comedic effect, but that made me laugh.
That's where it's like I'm always against laugh tracks on a studio audience, but you might have needed one there just so I could be told when am I supposed to laugh? Because I was still kind of waiting for it, but
what was that line? I got to hear that again. That was an interesting line.
To as the God hates lesbians but loves black guys research.
God hates lesbians but loves black guys. Like, I don't really get it.
It's too wordy, just while we're sharing notes. Like, it's got to be quicker.
What is he showing here?
Your punchline.
Black men are the tiny line and white men are the big giant one. Okay. So what's the point he's trying to make?
Huh?
That white people eat pussy?
Apparently.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's just like how many of
it's
just like what how many of those got throat cancer a different I don't know. This is just dumb. It was very dumb.
Where is it? Paul and Spring said, I'm a Chinese heterosexual in STEM. That's not what it is, but anyways,
that's what I am.
I wonder
StarCraft. What's the game? Starfield?
I wonder if she has any insight on this chart then here, Paulin. Do you have any insight on the Crowder chart here? Maybe you do, since you're a Chinese heterosexual this time and in STEM. It's not a lesbian anymore.
Big changes.
Well, they had a laugh track.
Oh, well, yeah, I would imagine at some point those guys got to earn their paycheck, right? Didn't you have like 3 people in a room with him?
Oh goodness, yeah. You got to get Jim Brewer to be like, oh yeah.
Oh my God, piss! I don't know if I could put that chat on the screen, but it makes me laugh.
Look who he has here. Look who he has here laughing at his lesbian and black guy jokes. It's Crowder's dad.
He has his dad on?
This is his dad and his agent.
Has it gotten to that point?
Oh, he's a regular guest.
Oh.
You're his dad.
Wow. Okay. Well,
he also sets up his appointments and stuff. See, this is like old H3 lore because it was Daddy-O here that set up the interview with H3 where Sam Cedar did all that shit. It was Daddy-O that was coordinating Steven's back end. Is that appropriate to say?
Funny way to phrase it,
but we won't repeat that line.
We're not against that type of stuff here in Clout Route, live and let live.
No, that's Prager. Incest, what's your argument? That's not the Clout Route.
You're right. Oh, yes. No, that's right. Yep.
Oh, goodness. So there you go. That's just a goof on Crowder before we get into another goof. Complete fucking pivot from that. Let's see. Pullen says, Ethan Klein and Steven Crowder always have their dads on the show. When will Danny have his dad on the Clout Route? They don't always have their dad on the show. And never.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know this one, Danny? Greg asked
his Crowder's dad is also a edgy racist. You know, I imagine to sit on the casting couch over there, you had to have some sort of like, there's a quota you had to meet. So many racist, edgy remarks before the end of the show. So,
is that what you put in the? Is that what you put in the title?
Hey, fellas, Doja dying. Did I put that? Is that what the title says?
That feels like clickbait, man.
No. I don't think it says that.
It's all right. We'll do a self-imposed demerit here. We'll put me in the small box as punishment for
who? The audience?
For you, because you put Doja Cat was dying.
I don't think that's what I said. Maybe I said that. Well, she sounded like she was dying, didn't she?
For shame.
I mean, it was like a.
She sounded like she had just been born, I think, or that's what she thought a baby would sound like. I think she was cosplaying as a baby.
It'll be a good
I can't
sound bite.
remember.
That'll be a good sound bite.
I do think that one will be good. Yeah.
Can I bring you a funny Jalen clip actually before we get into this Crowder stuff?
Sure.
So we got a commentary route. It's the only one, so I figure I'll slip it in between the funny.
Boo.
Between the funny Steven Crowder and then the more serious but still kind of funny Steven Crowder.
I thought she was trying to fart. Yeah, that also could have been it for.
I mean,
Doja.
If she was trying, she wasn't very successful because it was all coming out of her mouth. Unless that's how she farts.
Sometimes it's tough, man. You just can't get it out.
Well, okay, so Jalen, who would have maybe been a friend of the show at some point if she wouldn't have slept through my interview with her.
Burt Bridge.
Jalen doesn't really. She's younger than me, so I'm not really seeing a lot of Jalen posts that like make me laugh out loud. But when she posted this, I actually scrolled past it, and then it brought something out of me. I thought it was pretty funny. I had seen this clip that she shared already and thought these guys are fucking losers. These Israeli like SNL ripoff people.
Oh, careful! I was gonna say, goddamn.
Well, her comment, you're gonna say careful after you see what she said. Let me show you. This makes me want to support Hamas.
Oh my God. Wow.
Well, yeah. Greg says, I don't know how to feel about Jalen. How do you feel after that comment?
I can agree with the eye. It's hard to tell what's a troll and what's not. That would have to be a troll, right? Like there's no way.
It's an exaggeration, I would say, because wait till you see this clip. Watch this.
You're gonna get canceled, by the way.
This shit is weird.
See that? I saw you like that tweet. You're done, bro.
Look at this. Columbia Unisemity. How do you say that? I don't know.
Yosemite News. Okay.
Listen to these. So this is like, I guess, a comedy group, or I don't know if they're in Israel, but I guess they're Israeli people, and they're making jokes about this Hamas stuff, yada yada. But listen to this. This is fucking wild.
Oh, here it is. This is that last show.
Hi everyone. We are live on YouTube with Columbia Yosemite News, where everyone is welcome. LGBTQH Hamas.
Yeah, it's totally simple.
What?
Yeah.
It's so trending right now.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, seriously. So, do you get kind of Jalen's reaction there? Does that make it any better after we played that?
I mean, I'm still not making that joke, man. I get it. It's
Oh,
to
God,
each their
dude.
own. To each their own.
The shit people will do online does frequently crack me up. I guess that's why we do the show, right?
I can see someone making a throwaway, like if someone plays that clip, I could see someone, making that joke on a podcast and getting some laughs. But then you got like you just have that clip forever to be used against you.
Posted.
Yeah, that ain't going away. Yikes. So I don't know, man. That's bigger spine than I. Let's keep it PG-13. All right, let's say it that way.
We're gonna. I see that message.
Come on. That was the whole plan. I'm gonna get to a point where nobody knows who is who. Next time we're gonna switch names. You know.
There you go. I like that. Or maybe I'll come to your house and you'll come to my house. We film in each other's studios.
Oh, there we go. We'll swap flags, even though they're
Imagine
exact
that.
same flag. See, we look
Imagine
like
how weird
cousins.
that would be.
That is hurtful. All right, you know, it's like all bald white dudes with beards look alike. You guys, that really hurts my
Ouch.
heart. It makes me feel bad.
Poor Palestine. I mean, yes, poor Palestine. Actually, we're gonna tell you now. Subscribe to our Patreon if you want to see our Israel Hamas episode.
Wait, what? That's a solo, right?
I snuck that in real quick. See if you noticed.
He's gonna do that, and I'm gonna do a commentary. I'm gonna do a live commentary track over the entire Boogie documentary. It's gonna be 3 hours long. Because man, that thing made me laugh a lot. Oh my god,
it was pretty good.
It was supposed to be sad, I think, but I was laughing far too often.
We'll get to the Boogie stuff.
I'm going to hell.
You are. But Crowder's going with you. Don't forget, we were talking about Crowder before that Jalen clip. I just had to slip that in there. It's kind of the same vibe, you know, like crazy political takes online. Jalen has some. Crowder has some. But here you go. So this is the main event. So the Nashville shooter. This is the serious part, so bear with us. I have it in my notes. Transgender male, blah blah blah. That was the. I haven't had a chance to like wrap my head around what these pages actually say, you know, and how I feel about that. And you know, it's a fucking manifesto, so it's kind of crazy shit. The big story that I wanted to talk about. Do you notice anything there, Kevin?
I can't read anything.
You can't read any of that?
Not over the louder with Crowder. I can't see anything other than his brand.
So what a great marketing idea to get leaked pages of the Nashville shooter manifesto and like a normal person would blast your brand name all over it so that every time somebody pulls pictures of this, they're just going to see, oh yeah, louder with Crowder.
That's exactly what I would want our brand associated with. Can we get the Clout route thrown at the bottom? Actually, is there a way? Should I put actually
like get our logo in there somewhere?
Yeah, hang on. I can do that. There we go. There we go. See now, all the way. That's season. That's an old season, but that's okay. Is now no one can take this footage of this awful thing and not see our name associated with it, because that's the great way to build brand recognition. Ooh.
That's just crazy to me. It's just wild to me that you would want, like, I get it, dude. You're the guy that leaked it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I understand. You're going to get, I feel like he was going to get the necessary clout from just sharing the photos, right? It was an exclusive. It was his get. It was his story. You know what I mean? So, like, you were already going to get you were hitting the clout route with just releasing it. What the fuck do you need to put so that every time fucking CNN or NBC or fucking Trump News Network or whatever the fuck it is brings up the fucking pictures to show people, it says louder with Crowder on it?
It's gross, dude.
Easier because not the first time.
It can be bought for as low as $1 if you'd like, which is also a good time to shout out our patrons. The names just scrolled past at the bottom. They'll come around again. But so sorry if stuff is frozen. I'm not sure. Danny, does everything look good on your side?
I was gonna say I haven't noticed any problems, but if you have some freezes, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, we'll angrily tweet at YouTube.
I'm keeping an eye on it. Maybe they're mad that I showed the Crowder docs.
Oh, YouTube froze us. Do we get a takedown?
They're like, these motherfuckers, I can't believe they just showed that fucking piece of paper that I can't read because it just says louder with Crowder over all.
Yeah, they're just like, stop.
Get them out. Okay, so there you go. There's your Steven Crowder bit. No eating pussy and make sure you get your make sure you get your logo on all them manifestos. Oh, goodness gracious. I guess that's a perfect time to no, let's not go into the like, comment, and subscribe yet.
Yeah. We'll circle back.
Not straight off that thing. Here you go. I got a nice little icebreaker for you. Check this out. So Trump, you know, he's been in court for all of his fucking shit lately. Many different things that he's in court for. We won't get into the details of that, but I can show you here. I didn't realize how like how sexy he looks when he's sitting in front of like a jury of his peers.
Well, his body's meant for that. Have you ever seen it? Like the way he's kind of like he kind of teeters. So like he's really meant for being in a chair because he can always kind of lean forward.
You like that though?
He looks a lot younger. Honestly, if you in a few minutes tell me that this is a deep fake someone made, I'd be like, okay, yeah, he does look a little too young.
He's
how much? That's a lot of makeup, huh?
He's yassified, Kevin. Somebody's recording this on their phone, and I think they filtered his face. But it's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, that's blue steel right there.
That is blue steel. Yeah,
Connor's onto something. Yeah, giving you FNAF vibes, bud.
That's better blue steel than that lady that had her face on the purse from a couple weeks ago. Or maybe that was just last episode. Remember Poland shared us the face on the purse? Hey.
Look out for Sunday.
That's better blue steel.
We'll get even another one. We'll get a third.
We'll do blue steel for you. That's what we're going to do next. Let's see here. Let's see. I guess we can do while we're here. It is the shout out. So on the shout out, we like to shout out. Right, Kev?
Yep. Look at our producers, those patrons right there, bottom of the screen. Shout them out right now. Pest, Unstoppable, JoJo, and Mama Creepy.
Thank you. Yes, those are our
appreciated
Clout Route Patreon producers right now. So while you're here, guys, if you're not a Patreon producer and you want to be, go ahead, $1 and a $5 tier if you like to donate to our cause. If not, and your eyes and ears are here, that's good enough for us. Like, comment, and subscribe, and pay $5 to become a producer. I mean, is that too strong of a word? Should I not use that? Because she's the executive producer. I got your back, Mama Creepy. I don't know what's up. Poland's the executive producer. Okay. So that's a different, I don't know if she's like worried that people are encroaching on her, status. Maybe I should change the name. Producer too strong.
What? Yeah, but then we got to be careful with that one. We can't go too low because then it
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, I paid $5 a month, and all I got was
I'm a Clout Route peasant,
and I'm just a key grip or something. Like yeah, you can't
go
too low. Yeah. Pay 1,000%.
Pay 1,000%. All right. So yes, thank you. If you are here, leave us a like. We see you commenting, so we love that. And subscribe if you haven't. But I think you guys are pretty good at that. So thank you. Let's see. When's the last time you saw yourself some Britney Spears, Kevin? It's been a couple weeks.
I think she was dancing with knives the last time when we last saw our heroes.
Well, she posts this week. Britney Spears posts bizarre, or this is actually Ollie London that says this. The caption on Britney Spears video initially says, "Merry Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving." Ollie London says, Britney Spears posts bizarre video and captions it, "Merry Christmas, Merry Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving." So Connor could be a seducer.
I love this. Yeah, thank you, Pest, for putting the link in the chat there.
Appreciate you guys. Oh, goodness gracious. That's what we'll change
Seducer,
it
I
to. We'll
like
change
that.
it from producer to seducer. That's a kind of funny joke, too. They make that joke all the time. The producer slash seducer.
Okay, well, there it is. You know, I like it. Yeah.
Do you like this?
Become a seducer today. I can't wait to get put on a list for that ad read, but that's okay. It'd be well worth it. Why? Okay, you know, that's a great dress. You know, I can't hate. She's oh
I
wait,
mean, she
that's a
looks good
Christmas
for
tree. I thought she had something in her hair, but that's a Christmas tree that's lit. Okay, she's one of
She-
those folks.
She really does look
Now
good
that-
for all that she's been through. I will have to admit, because I feel like if I went through the whole, like, my dad was in control of all my finances and I went through all this shit as a teenager, pop star, blah, 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 I'd be fucking insane. So she looks like she came out well on the other side. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should watch the video and maybe I might take that back. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have lost all my hair a lot sooner if I had been in her shoes. So yeah, I'll give her that. But you know, I don't have a problem with any of this other than, you know, I am one who thinks you should respect the sanctity of Thanksgiving and wait a damn minute to put your Christmas decorations up. But actually, you know, I'm a Grinch.
Did you see this? Maybe you pulled it up. I didn't see it. Add your Patreon to your link tree. Great call. I haven't done that yet, actually.
Gotta get that done.
It's fresh, so.
Oh, and appreciate you. Kind of cool. Greg just became a producer. We need
Wow,
to, yeah.
thank you so much.
Britt
That's so
looks
great.
good. She's got to get better with the angles. Yeah, thanks again, Greg. Really appreciate that. And yeah, all right. Let's see what this crazy Christmas lady has to say. She's one of, you know, there's Disney adults, and then there's, you know, those Christmas come early folks. You know, you gotta be careful.
I put my Christmas lights up as soon as never.
Yeah, I just don't put any up. See, that's how I get away with it.
There's no music.
Now, wait, there's a saying about this. It's like those who dance will be thought mad by those who can't hear the music. So she's actually like a poet right now. This is deep. This is very deep.
Okay, I'm trying to grasp it.
What
That's an
song do you
interesting
think
look
is
there at
playing?
the end. Da-da-da, you do, you know that I'm toxic.
Okay, toxic. I was going with I'm a slave for you.
We need to watch a Britney Spears music video on Patreon. Speaking of which,
Yeah, there. Oh yes, dude.
I
The
bet
one.
she's got some good ones.
Yeah. Hit Me Baby One More Time is, I think, probably we should start with the one. No, it's Oops, I Did It Again. That's the one. I want to start with the one where he's like a spaceman is like, I brought you this rock from the moon. I can't remember. I just know it's gonna be damn hilarious. Shut up. You hear this fucking thing?
Oh wow, dude, you got your
Yeah.
own commentary crew over there.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck off, dude. What
It's-
did you just say?
Always fucking editing my jokes. It's bullshit.
I love that. That was perfect, actually. That's a welcome addition to the show. I think that needs to be a character now. Would you
Oh
though,
my
Danny and Kev?
God.
Kev, you can answer that. I can't. I abstain.
I mean, come on.
I feel like that's one of them
Come
that you say
on.
that you're like, I can fix her.
Of course. Yeah. You kidding me? You
That's
think
one of
what?
them.
Yeah, guys, there is nothing more attractive to me than a woman dancing in front of me with two sharp blades in her hands. All right. Let's just
Oh, okay.
come on. All right. Listen.
We didn't think we would get into Kevin's kinks tonight, but here
Yeah.
we go.
Hey, if you're gonna ask, you know,
Anything else we should be aware of?
I gotta save the
Knives.
rest for the seducers. Yeah, no, big fan of knives. If you have your concealed carry, definitely put that in your Tinder profile.
Ooh,
I'm kidding. I don't use that.
dude. The other day, I was alarmed. I wish I should have taken a picture, but the other day I was alarmed because I was walking into Kroger
Wait a minute.
into a Kroger.
You went into multiple Kroger at the same time.
I went into a Kroger, and as I was walking in, a guy was walking past me to his car. And you know, concealed carriers is one thing, but This motherfucker had like a Glock on his belt. I mean, I don't even know Glock. I don't even know what gun names are. So that was stupid of me to say. This was like a motherfucker. It looked like a. I'm trying to reach back to video games and like what I'm thinking of, like a mini submachine gun kind of thing, like a Uzi. And it wasn't even in a holster or something, like a Wild West holster or something. No, it was like hanging on his belt. He was like a belt clip, and you could see the whole thing, and it's in front. Freddy Krueger. I mean, maybe that's what he went by, but like he was flashing it too. He was like, everybody's gonna see my fucking piece.
Oh,
I was, you
should get put on a list for that.
I was intimidated successfully. He got me. I was like, I'm staying away from that fucking psychopath. And then he had like those American flags with like the one blue line in it on his car, and then like a bunch of skulls that are like all American flag like skulls. It's like wearing a bandana that's a American flag, and like the other one's like flipping you off with 2 middle fingers. It's like that guy with an Uzi on his belt.
Yeah, it's the kind of guy that shoots you for parking in the handicap spot at his local convenience store.
I parked correct.
Yeah,
I park away. I park as far back as I can, away from people. I don't want to be anywhere near you. Leave me alone.
Yeah, me too. I gotta get my steps in anyway. What do I care? You know, get a little walk in.
Remember what happens when you go up to people in parking lots. We had a whole segment about the parking lot Karen. You remember?
Dude, yeah. Well, have we ever watched Cart Narcs on here at all?
Yeah, we've watched Cart.
Okay, I was gonna say I felt like we have, but yeah, dude, my goodness.
Have you ever watched Shart Narcs on here? Shart Narcs is a cousin of Cart Narcs. It's a little more morbid, but he goes and sees people in public that have shit themselves, and then he catches them on candid cam.
And then he asks them if they want any tuna juice to drink. What was that? Remember that? It's for finches.
Infabren.
Yeah, he does it infabren. Fucking, but humans can drink it too.
Oh goodness! Here we go. Breaking. Climate cult strikes again. Just Stop Oil lunatics took hammers and attacked Rokeby Venus, painted in 1651, 90 million. They're at it again, Kev. Not in the middle of the street this time.
They're putting soup on it.
Not soup this time. Watch what they do here.
They just break the glass that's in front of it, protecting it.
It is time for deeds and not words. It is time to just stop oil.
See, like, I don't think I think they need to ratchet it up a little bit. Okay? I think they need to ratchet it up a little bit. You want people to pay attention to you? The hammers breaking the glass isn't going to do it. I'm telling you.
What will?
Well, I'm not going to advise them on what kind of terrorist attack that will get them noticed. But I will say the hammers and the glass ain't going to do it. The soup on the fucking Mona Lisa copy, not going to do it. Sitting in the street will get you ran over. They did get ran over and like dragged out of the street and shit, but
yeah, well, that's what you do when you get in the way of somebody who's going to work, man.
He has an NWA hat. Fuck yeah, dude. Based as fuck. Hell yeah, brother. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, that's good. That's good shit.
I just love these protests, man. I feel like they accomplish so much.
I feel like now at this point we've watched 4 or 5 different clips of Just Stop Oil people like to just stop oil.
I'm sorry, VW. That was probably offensive, but I thought I just couldn't help myself.
That's not very nice.
I'm taking the L today. Why is it always an art museum? That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't these guys ever go to like a place where they drill oil, you know, or they don't drill oil, but you know what I mean, where they drill down for the oil. I'm not exactly sure. I think when the oil baron loves money, then the stork brings a satchel of oil. I think that's how it works. Why don't they go and visit the oil storks and say, hey, stop delivering all this oil. They always go to some art and destroy something that some dude who lived 200 years ago, who, believe it or not, was not a robber baron and didn't fucking, or maybe it's an oil painting and they're like, well, my God, we got to stop those too, man. Why is it always fucking art that they go?
Wait, is that part of it?
What does that have to do with anything?
Is that what it is? Did you just make the connection? These are oil paintings.
Maybe that's that's the big
oil paintings.
It's all connected, brother.
I think these guys need to take one of those Titanic submarines or whatever that those billionaires were on. Take one of them and fucking drive them straight to an oil rig and do your protest there. I bet people will pay attention to you.
Like
especially
when those
after
dudes,
your submarine blows up.
When they were gluing their hands to the basketball court in Minnesota, that made sense because they were protesting the guy who owned that building. So they were drawing attention to it at a place where he's making money and he doesn't want people to know. He would probably be better off if people didn't know what they wanted people to know. So they went to his house on a playoff game and glued their hands to the floor like a couple of dummies, in my opinion. But hey, at least then you're kind of more hitting your mark. What am I going to go look up? What atrocity do you want me to go look into? How am I going to right this wrong? You go to a museum and I'm just supposed to type in generally just stop oil and then what? Donate to your Patreon? No, you're going to donate to our Patreon. Oil lady. All right.
And then I'll start sitting out in the middle of the street. I'll kumbaya with your ass. You start paying us on Patreon. Yeah. I'll get right out there with you, Just Stop Oil. Me and Kevin will equip hats, shirts.
We'll start doing Channel 5 stuff,
Hey.
Just asking people random questions at work, at the oil rig.
I'm going to go up to those people that are smashing the painting with hammers. I'm going to be like, hey, so what do you guys think about the political climate right now? Israel, Hamas?
Exactly.
That's some, right there. That's some Andrew Callahan shit right there. So Just Stop Oil, they're still goofing off. I thought that was funny, Kev, because we've seen them a few times, but this next clip, I thought it was funny because it seems like you're headed in the direction. If the popularity of what I'm about to show you keeps increasing, you're heading in the direction where you might be refereeing or maybe commentating on one of these very matches that I'm about to show you. Now, this might be a little close the kids' eyes. This is not for the children. I never said the show is for the children, so you made a mistake if they're watching right now. Get them out of here. But here we go. Check this out. What kind of sport is this, Kevin?
Oh my God, dude. What is that on pay-per-view?
Slap fights.
Holy shit, dude. I just figured out how to sell more pay-per-views on Carnage Media. We need to have a meeting after this.
This is good promo for them.
Dude, this is gonna kill it in the Midwest, dude. We forget the amateur cards. Like we used to have juniors fight, we'd have youth fights. Forget all that. No, we need to open up our card with this right here. This is the peak of both sports and entertainment. This is what Vince McMahon has been trying to find all these years. I don't know how I would officiate it, and I don't know that commentating it would be very easy. But
Connor says they're slapping the wrong cheeks. Yeah, we've seen a lot of the other cheeks. We've seen a lot of those, like big burly men slapping each other's cheeks.
Best. Goddamn.
But we haven't seen a lot of women in barely any clothing slapping each other.
Dana White, if he invested in
Isn't that him?
Slap fight, yeah, that's right, that's him right there. He's gonna invest in this shit. There's no way. How do you win? Like, do you have to say uncle? I don't understand. Like, how does?
Hey, I could go the distance in some ass slap. You never hear me say uncle. Don't tell me the safe.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah. Yeah, don't tell me the safe word. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Another butts episode.
Another butts episode. Damn. Here, let's move on quickly then. Another thing that you might have expertise on. Do you know Kellen Hurd? Have you heard of this former NFL player?
No.
Kellen.
That's a good pun, though.
Kellen
Well done.
Hurd. Oh, maybe I'm being trolled here. No, check this out. I saw this and I was like, maybe Kevin knows this guy and I should fucking bring it up because he seems like a fucking nut job. This clip says 345-pound former NFL player Kellen, whatever the fuck. Why did I click on that? Kellen Hurd walks into a boxing gym and claims he can take out 10 Mexican boxers at once. So they gave him one 175-pound Mexican.
One of my favorite things ever is when someone who doesn't know how to fight comes into a gym. You see some videos of this sometimes because people who do this shit, they take it seriously and they do not appreciate being disrespected. And then they love having the opportunity to hit somebody. You know, a lot of times when you're sparring with a good friend in your gym, you're going to pull your punches. You don't really want to break a rib of somebody that's your training partner. So you can't always punch as hard as you can unless you're punching a bag or in an actual fight. So when these idiots off the street come in and talk about how they can beat somebody up, what you'll often see is they don't normally, like, asking for 10 people is just being a clown. I saw a video, I think just earlier this week, of somebody coming in saying, I want to learn how to box. Give me your best fighter. And the guy instead trotted out one of his juniors, trotted out like a 16-year-old, and the dude just whooped his ass and within 2 minutes. Because if you don't know if you're not a trained fighter and you step in with a train, you're just going to get worked. Like if you are ever get into a bar fight, stop it, control yourself. But if somebody actually throws up like a real stance, fucking stop what you are doing. You're about to get your ass beat. If they have an actual fight stance and you don't know that stuff, like just walk away now before you get embarrassed and end up on Twitter, because these dudes know what the fuck they're doing most of the time.
Yeah. So if you didn't know this, Kevin, I forgot to mention this too. That, what was his name? Kellen Hurd.
Yes.
Right here. This is actually Furious Slug. I don't know if you've ever heard of him in the community. You ever check out a Slug stream before? So Slug, yeah.
Okay. No. Yes.
They set him up. They're like, if anybody's gonna get beat up by this giant man, it's not gonna be one of us. Let's send Slug. So here you go. Slug versus Kellen Hurd.
Okay.
I mean, those are some like.
His jab looked decent at first.
I'm dead. Dead.
For sure. I mean, he's still a big guy.
I'm already dead. This dude, I mean, he's taking it at least. This fucking guy is like blocking and shit. He knows Slug knows what's up. Get him, Slug.
He's up against the rope. Which normally isn't where you want to. Oh, there we go.
So you see the tides.
This kind of just looks like they're playing a little bit. This doesn't look as serious anymore.
Ooh,
but if that guy was claiming he could take on 10 boxers and he's already out of gas, he's already in a shell, and it's not a good, well, he started with like the Philly shell, which is like, I mean, you got to know what the hell you're doing. You can't just like watch Rocky and then just be like, oh, I'm going to stand, I think, like this. So you got to actually know why your arms are in that position and where. And I don't know. And listen, I don't fight. I just get paid to call it. But I know I can usually tell a fraud when I see it. I'm getting at least about good enough at that.
I feel like this is the kind of guy, like what he's thinking of when he says, I'll take 10 Mexicans. I don't give a fuck. He's thinking like street brawl. I've seen these fights where he's like standing there like this and they run up to him. Boom, boom, boom. And then he just bap, plow, just over and over again. Maybe you could do that standing in place while people run up to you like that, but you're going to get worked when you're in the fucking ring.
You can always tell when, and they might be a good brawler, but in a brawl in the street, you can get away with that heaving overhand that you throw half your body into. A real boxer's going to see that coming from a mile away, take one step to the left and just blast you with a hook, dude. It's so easy. You can't do that stuff. And so that's kind of what I saw. At first he threw a couple good jabs and I was like, oh, maybe this guy doesn't. And then he immediately went to these weird body hooks where he was just, you could tell by the way he was throwing punches that nobody's taught him how to do it. honestly look like if I were in there throwing body hooks. You know? Probably look about as bad. He doesn't know how to protect himself. Keeps turning his back. First of all, like, you do not turn your back. A ref calls that fight if you do that. Like, you don't do that. You don't turn your back. This is crazy.
He says at some point here, like I think it's right here. Let me play it again.
Hold on.
I can't see. But yeah, how quickly it changes from I can take 10 Mexicans in your fucking boxing shit to well, actually one shut me up.
It's always, dude, those guys, it's always a lot of fun. Love seeing those guys come in. I mean, if you just word of advice that nobody needs, but if you do ever want to go into a gym or train somebody, come in there humbly and be respectful, and hopefully you won't get your ass beat on the first day. But you know,
do you see in boxing and shit, or MMA fighting in general, just any of it, I guess, do you see that more often than not when it's not the fake? Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. When it's not the WWE route, when it's like when it's like an actual, match of something. The shit talkers, the real heavy shit talkers, do they tend to L or W? Like, is everybody that vibe? So there's not really that distinction, or are there some people that are like, them for shit talk? Like I guess I would think Conor McGregor right off the bat is like, I know he's a shit talker. I actually don't know what his win percentage.
He was a great shit talker and he was a great fighter. But yeah, the more hits he's taken, the more
well, that tends to happen.
Yeah, the more aggressive he's gotten, and the what once was a walking promo has turned into a guy who just goes oh, shut up. He doesn't really say anything anymore. But no, it depends. You do see some of those quiet types that are going to be monsters, but at the end of the day, a lot of these guys are getting trained. You have to have a little bit of that WWE flair. You have to, even if you're not a shit talker, these guys know that their windows aren't very long and that they have to make money off of themselves. So outside of going to the UFC, the way they make money is off brand promotion. So the more clicks, the better. So a lot of them will adopt a persona of I'm that dude, and they will be a bit cocky. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's hard to say. There's no like, oh yeah, the cocky dudes always get their ass beat. Every once in a while you will. I mean, it's a fine line, because if you're too confident going into a fight, you'll get caught. But if you're not confident enough, you'll get absolutely steamrolled. Like, you can't come into a fight expecting you're anything other than the best fighter in that ring right there. But yeah,
it's a tough balance, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yep. And then you got some of the guys who they're a joy, they're super polite, they're so friendly, but you're like, we gotta people gotta want to see you fight. Sometimes you gotta be a dick, I guess, if you want to sell a fight.
Here we go. We've got well, Connor here says, think there's some old adage to be most scared of the quietest person in the room. I mean, yeah, typically I am. That's like the Unabomber guy,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This guy.
Look out.
I had to put the hood up. I can't do it with the fucking with the cans on my head. But yeah, Connor says this. Pest said Floyd Mayweather did say Mexicans have the hardest heads.
Okay.
Oh, so there you go. That's a good thing to know. What's this mean?
Canelo. That's it's a scrappy boxer right there.
Okay. Okay, well, boxing aside, do you want to talk about our favorite former boxer, maybe?
Ooh. Yes. Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
Former boxer Boogie2988. Bet you didn't think that's where I was going, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, right?
He did technically participate in a boxing match, although he did not land a single punch. So you could split hairs there if you wanted to.
Not a single punch. Are you a boxer if you've been in a boxing match but never landed a punch?
Back before everybody had to be so nice, the word for that was a tomato can. But you know, I don't know if we're allowed to say things like that now.
Well, here's this documentary that we're going to be talking about. It's called The Dark Sad. I almost said The Dark Side. The Dark Sad Life of Boogie2988. Official documentary by Mike Klum here. Okay. 7 days ago. It's doing pretty well. 1 mil. Like I said earlier, really wasn't planning on talking about this. I was kind of just going to roll over it, but it's starting to get viral again, even though it's been out for a few days now, because people are talking about it or like responding to it. So your typicals, like, you know, your moist criticals in particular, I think is the one that really went off. He kind of made a video recently, Moist Critical, I think it's just yesterday, where he talks about and criticizes Boogie through this documentary. Now, we both watched it here. I suggest you go watch it. It's only an hour. I mean, it's interesting. I would say it's an interesting watch if you're into like lol cows that are super depraved, because that's really all it does. I mean, if I had to sum it up in one word, it would be depraved. It's like, before we get into anybody's favorite parts or clips or the juicy bits, I just want to say that I would never be able to co-sign on a documentary that's going to, even though it is some sort of, I guess, release off of his shoulders that all this information is out there. He basically labeled himself as like this, that, and the third through this documentary. I mean, a sex pest that I don't think people really were clear on, but now they certainly know if they've watched the show. And like, just all of the inappropriate things he does. It goes on and on. The sex pestery is kind of the thing that, you know, I think is the most revealing, where he talks about how he paid for, I could get me an Arkansas 8, but I wanted to get me a Los Angeles 10. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was very depressing. I don't even think you can call him a lolcow anymore. At this point, it's just, it's
Beyond
all
that?
bad. What do you laugh at? Like when Wings freaks out, it's laughable because he, unfortunately for him, will throw his controller or be like, I can't take this shit no more. You know, like what he does, it's like you can't help but laugh because you don't always see it coming. Or, you know, he does weird shit like, you know, scratch his his ears and then sniff his fingers, like just stuff that you're like, oh, that's gross. Like he's still kind of a lolcow. Boogie is just like depressing and shitty all the time. Like it's what's funny about it. It's just,
I mean, you're right. You're definitely right. Especially after watching this, it's like the dark, sad life is kind of fitting.
although there are parts that made me laugh when he was talking about his bills and he's like, I'm almost out of money. I had to pay my electric, my gas, my water.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil
Oh,
it.
you have that clip? Okay, perfect. Oh, let's go.
We've got that one here. I'll bring it up right now.
Oh,
Since you're saying that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
There were several moments where I burst out laughing. And that was not the intended tone, I don't think, or maybe it was, but I found some of these moments to just be hilarious.
For a second, I thought I didn't grab the right clip. I was like, oh man, because I knew exactly what part you were talking about. But no, I've got it. I got it here. Let me bring her up. Bust Springsteen is sharing it on Twitter. Boogie2988 complaining about being broke.
The utilities. I pay for physical therapy, labs constantly. I still have to pay for the car that I drive. I still have to pay for car insurance. I still have to pay for health insurance. Diablo 4 came out. Pay for doctor's visits, physical therapy, labs.
Let's go through one more time. Labs
for the car. I still have to pay for car insurance. I still have to pay for health insurance. Diablo 4 came out. I have.
What's better is there were 2 more games after that. It was
Final
like
Fantasy came out and Zelda came out too. So don't forget.
And he's like, that's like $400 on games that I had to buy. And I'm like, you fucking idiot, dude. Come on.
Like, what the fuck, dude? I mean,
it's so hard to feel sorry for you.
This is more of it. Like this one and a few of these other clips. It's like it's almost like you're a glutton for punishment, right? That's Diablo. Is that what you're missing the end there, Hash? Yeah, like they describe in the documentary, they say his early days, he was like the Mr. Rogers of YouTube. That was his name. That was his like nickname around the YouTube space.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Boogie.
just be positive. If you could do one thing to make everyone's life around you better, do it. Yeah. Poof.
Diablo. He's got a point though. Diablo 4, Zelda. I haven't played Final Fantasy. I'm not a I'm not a PlayStation guy, but he does have a point. These are some staples. I mean, I'd have thrown like Baldur's Gate in there or something.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll never forget the time that I got kicked out of my apartment and lived in my car for 2 months because I really had to have Spider-Man on the PS4. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a natural.
I remember that too.
You know,
I let you
priorities.
sleep on the couch a couple times.
Yeah, it's just what you got to do. What was I going to do? Pay my rent? No, I had video games. I needed to buy them. I had to have them. I don't have impulse control. What's that?
It's wild. Connor says, never heard of this guy. Looks like some relation to No Neck Ed.
Oh, 90 Day Fiance.
Maybe,
Ed, yeah?
but it's wild, honestly,
Dude,
that
Boogie 90 Day.
I'm always impressed when people don't know who Boogie is, because he just seems like one of those like online, like I would say lolcow, but I think you're kind of right now that maybe he's beyond that. I just feel like he somehow gets into everybody's space. Somehow you run into Boogie somewhere if you participate on online things, you know, in online crowds.
And now he's just this like weird digital Eeyore, you know, just anytime you run into him, just fucking depressing. All just wow, dude. No wonder. Like him and what was it supposed to be? Him, Dark Side Phil, and Wings,
and Tommy C.
And well, because Tommy C, I think, replaced Dark Side Phil, right?
Maybe.
'Cause I think originally it was supposed to be like Dark Side Phil, Wings, and Boogie, and just like DSP and Boogie talking together would just be so boring to me. No, and that's fair. And for the record, I would say over the course of his career, Boogie absolutely is a lolcow. I'm just saying I'm not getting many laughs out of him anymore. At this point, it's just more like it's just depressing to see his shit. But yeah, that podcast would have sucked in my opinion.
The idea that anybody could listen to Dark Side Phil cracks me up. And it's not even because I've ever listened to any of his content more than just like clips. I've heard him in clips. I've heard Kevin's impressions, you know, but
I don't want to ask for donations every chat you got, but you guys like, this is I don't know. It's like my least is this stream just doesn't do very well. And I don't know why it doesn't do well. Like just, I'll put on the vest, I'll put on the hat.
It sounds like what he's saying also is a snooze fest, but like after seeing the vinegar strokes, there's no way I could watch the dude after seeing that. Especially like he's lucky that that video of him didn't show any, you know, nasty stuff, or he would definitely be canceled. But like just seeing his vinegar strokes is like too much for me, dude. I can't listen to a word you say.
That's fair. That is fair. And he's another guy who has been notorious for just like wasting all of his money on video. And he's one of those poor souls that wastes his money on a mobile game. Like the dude spent thousands of dollars on some kind of WWE mobile.
Yeah.
It's a free to play game.
That sounds like something that your fucking kid does to your fucking credit card.
Yeah. Imagine going bankrupt because of a fucking mobile game. That's
epic.
Crazy.
I like that. Here's another Boogie clip. Dude, basically the majority of this is going to be us shooting the shit about about Boogie and this documentary and showing you the internet's favorite clips of the thing if you don't want to watch it in its entirety. Here's another one. Watching the Boogie documentary and do you remember what happens at this point?
I don't. I can't wait to see it. Boy, what a man. That reminds me of Return of the Jedi right there. That's a bad joke. I'm going to hell for it, but here I am.
Scratching his balls. Does it not look like he has his hands like in his gym?
I mean, his face definitely looks like he's scratching his balls. If I'm being honest.
Okay.
It's just a word.
Oh, that part.
You guys left and these cameras weren't rolling and I was sitting here alone in the dark. and I said the N-word. There's no magic power to it. Oh no, I'm not going to say it on camera where it could hurt somebody. I like offensive humor. I like dark. The N-word is just a word.
So
it's
say
such a weird. It's such a like. What did you even just? You didn't even say anything. You just contradicted yourself immediately.
So say it. Well, I'm not going to say it. It's not.
Doesn't
It's
have
not like
any
it's a magic word, but I'm not going to say it.
It's like, dude, yeah, any word, yeah. If you're sitting in a dark room alone, it doesn't matter what words you yell out to yourself. You know, you
No,
psycho.
Pest. No, Pest.
No, don't do
Dr.
it.
Pest.
Pest, no.
Thank you.
Don't do it. No.
Mystic Babs with the save. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Babs. Thank you.
Nike. We love Nike.
Yay,
here.
Nike. Oh, Connor's got the jokes, man.
I was going to say, here's the best dad joke I've heard tonight. Man, I never thought I'd find a boogie that I wouldn't pick.
We got to find a way to get the soundboard onto the shout out because that deserves a rim shot. It really does.
I think his mom probably said that.
Oh! God
Till
damn.
now.
All right. What was the hopefully this next one won't have to be so we won't have to censor the chat for this next clip, I hope.
I've got a couple that are just screenshots of like somebody's favorite scene or part, okay? The first one here, pretty epic. This one comes like right at the end of the movie. This is actually, I think, spoilers. The last maybe frame of the movie. Here you go.
God. Okay. I might have skipped it. I don't like to watch the credits.
If there was any doubt, Boogie's still broke even after this documentary.
Well, no shit.
They actually say in it that he got no compensation for this, blah blah blah. He didn't I think all he had to do is show up is pretty much how they put it.
Well, they did buy him $15 worth of Taco Bell in that one.
I forgot about
I did
that.
love that scene. As he's whining about how broke he is, he's ordering 3 quesadillas, and the guy's like, "How you gonna pay for that?" And he's like, "Well, you owe me a per diem or something like that." And so it's just like, "Well, you want your documentary, don't you? I gotta eat. You know, I guess you're paying for it, scrub." You know?
At some point when he's eating there too, he's like, "You don't live long on this earth, so you might as well spend your time doing what you like eating chicken quesadillas."
Yeah. He's like, enjoy it while you have it. And sometimes all it is a chicken quesadilla. And that was right after he was talking about how he loved spending money flying prostitutes to Disney World. And he's like, I could really use that money, but don't I deserve to sleep with women who are attractive outside of the state of Arkansas, or however he put it, which hey,
the Arkansas 8 and I want the Los Angeles 10. I won't forget that. That's a good. It did the video did have some good hooks, I have to say, and that's one of them. Where somebody wrote that for him. He didn't come up with that himself. Somebody wrote that and said like something Arkansas 8, something Los Angeles 10. Smooth Boogie. He said he was like hooking up with supermodels and stuff, and I'm like, what?
Well, dude, the best.
He just kept saying that too. He's like, models, dude. I've always wanted to hook up with model. I finally got to hook up with a couple models. I'm like, what model in their right mind, dude? I don't care how much if they're a model, it shouldn't matter how much you're spending on them. They're like, fuck off, dude.
Dude, the interview with the prostitute who was like, yeah, after I had sex with Boogie, I quit the job, and like now I'm married with 2 kids. Like that was another moment that unintentionally just made me laugh when she was like, yeah, having sex with Boogie made me question my life. I really had to look at myself in the mirror after that one. I'm so sorry. I'm going to hell. But God damn, dude. And then he's like, sometimes all he got is a chicken quesadilla. He's like, God damn it.
Boogie did some good then. He saved someone, I would say, from a from a career that they clearly weren't built for because there are more boogies in the world.
Come on.
He was like, I'm out on this.
Well, walking to the bathroom, Boogie sprained his ankle. Oh my God, dude.
I love just little little screenshots like this. Like the fact that this is in the movie.
This guy had to try so hard to make this thing entertaining.
Oh.
I love the appearance from Dr. Grande, though. That was pretty cool.
Dr. Grande?
Yeah, you didn't see him?
I don't know who that is.
He's a YouTuber who does not diagnose, but he gives his opinion on a lot of true crime stuff. And so he was the soft-spoken doctor with glasses that had a little bit there in the middle when he was like, I had to take a mental health break because Boogie was so depressing. And then you get some people start to you had the one guy was a YouTube consultant, and then the other guy was Dr. Grande, who's like a psychologist who does YouTube videos as well.
Greg says, did that prostitute really say she stopped because of Boogie, or was she trolling? I mean, she very well could have been trolling, but the tone of the movie and the way she said it definitely doesn't imply that she's joking about it at all.
Yeah, she definitely said it. Yeah.
She's like, I quit after that shit.
And it was bad. I felt bad simultaneously for both of them at the same time.
He was talking about this like no wonder she quit, because she was like he was like, I got meat curtains. He's like, not only do I got one meat curtain, and he like lifts up his belly and shows his belly flap or whatever. He's like, I actually got another meat curtain down here underneath my other meat curtain. And then he pulls that one out, and it looks like, I mean, I won't show it to anybody. That's one of those morbid things where I would love to show you, but I think I'd get in trouble for if I did, because it looks like his ball sack. He like pulls it up. He's like, this is my other flap.
Yeah, dude. If he pulls that up, I'm gonna bring back a throwback, and I'm just gonna take a bathroom break. You know, we're just gonna sit with I'm gonna leave you guys with my chair, Hassan, and I'll be back in 5.
How many flaps does it take for you to refuse sexual activity as a prostitute? One too many flaps I had to surf through. That's extra.
Do you think at one point she's just like thinks about renegotiating, and she's like, while we're here, like, all right, man, hey, I'm gonna need like 500 more bucks.
A real talented one, you know, right when he's, oh my gosh, I feel like
don't go into any more details. Hey, we'll save this. We'll come back to Patreon when we break down the whole documentary.
What do they call it?
Into a real gross detail.
You know, you just stop, you know, at a crucial moment. And then you renegotiate. You renegotiate. You stop at a crucial moment and you renegotiate. Yeah, some people can't help themselves at that point.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. See, this is why I won't be watching the documentary. See, yeah, that's totally fair.
It's depraved, Hash. I'm glad we can save you from
There's a lot more footage of the Taco Bell drive-thru than I would have anticipated. To be fair, I didn't think there would be none, but there was still more than I thought.
There was a lot. They did that frequently. You know how they did the itemized list there that we just showed you guys? Like, this much on this bill, this much on this bill. Multiple times in the movie, he eats food and it deducts. Like, here you go. He just spent $100 on pizza or whatever.
Yeah, the part when he was like, guys, I got to sit down. It's the question of the hour. You know, and then he's like kind of guilt tripped him. Like, every weekend I spend $150 on food. And his one friend was like, dude, we've been telling you for years you don't have to buy us this food. It's almost like he was using that, almost like how an alcoholic, if they, you know, are like, well, if I drink alone, I'm an alcoholic. So they'll always go to a bar, or they'll always invite friends over to drink. So they're not drinking alone. I think Boogie was using his friends as a scapegoat so he could order $100 worth of chicken wings every other Saturday. And it wasn't until he was finally broke that he had to say, hey, I'm going to stop, because the vibe I got from all those homies was that they're like, dude, we've been telling you didn't have to buy us food, which just tells me, hey, listen, I know a thing or two about eating your feelings, not quite to that extent, but you know, listen, we do a lot of things to cope. And I think that was a very weird scene where, and like, why did he, and again, poor guy. I just feel for the documentarian, because, you know, that was one of 3 scenes. Like, he didn't have anything to work with. So he's like, I guess I'm going to film this awkward thing where Boogie is all but like asking his friends for money at their local
It
and
was
like there's the other
so
thing. He's like, I
cringe.
can't let people know that I'm broke. So instead of coming up with an excuse like, oh, I can't make it to Magic this week because I'm visiting my aunt or something, he's like, oh, I have to spend $30 to play Magic to keep up the appearance that I'm not broke. It's like, dude,
Have to. This fits into the bills.
you are fucked in the head, my guy. Like, you're doing so many mental gymnastics to, you know, talk yourself into whatever it is you need to get through that. It is kind of sad, man. He really should just get off the internet. I think that would be what's best for him.
Connor's got a good question here. I don't know if you saw Mama Creepy, but she said, I would never ride Boogie. Hell no, no matter how much. But Connor says here,
you got to know your limitations.
So I probably won't ever watch this. Did anyone? We did for you. Did they try and help fix his life or not? Just documented his life. So there's a little bit of both here. I'm gonna. This is the reason why I emphasize that comment is because I've got a clip here of them they attempt to improve his life. They attempt to get him to do it, you know, like get him to do something positive. Thanks. Shouts out to Jalen. I already shouted her out in the commentary routes section, but she pulled this clip for us, so that's perfect. My friends, how are you still single? How I introduce myself to women. So here's a great clip from the
best one.
From the doc. This is Boogie getting coached into, like, he's basically trying to apply for a job. They're coaching him on applying for a job. What would you say? How would you do? Blah, blah, blah.
And the question that she asked essentially was, what are you looking to do? What experience do you have? And how are you looking to use that experience to, you know, just your typical introductory question at an interview. And oh man, I had forgotten about this scene, Danny. So well done to you and Jalen for this.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled. Recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also
I am disabled.
Can't laugh at that.
No, the downside.
It's just the way he says it. I am disabled. You know, I'm disabled. You got to deal with it. Okay, come on.
Yeah, tell us why we want to hire you. Well, I'm disabled. I got mental health issues, so we got to deal with that.
I'm extremely depressed, so there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table.
Yeah.
And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife, and I am also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
She just takes it. She's a pro. She's a fucking pro. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll go on. What about the? Tell me more about the felony. As she slowly and grabs the pepper spray from her purse.
I've never heard. Again, we talk about like the self-sabotage of it all. Like he doesn't want a job. Look at that. That's a prime example. He went in there. I mean, like maybe there's a little extra he's putting on for like the doc. He's like, I know I'm being filmed, so I'm acting a little bit more ridiculous. But like, what the fuck is this, Boogie? Is this this is about as half-assed as his attempt to lose weight when he got gastric bypass. It's like you're not even trying. You pretend like you do a little bit. You'll go there, you have them film you in front of the lady and saying some sad shit, but ultimately you're half-assed, just like you did with that other shit.
Well, and he immediately called him. It was like a next day. He's like, I'm not. He goes full circle. He pulls the fucking Wolf of Wall Street. He's like, I'm not fucking working. You can't make me work. Because that was the whole thing. The documentarian did try to. He was like, hey, you need to just go ahead and get a job. Just, not, work for a while. Just do YouTube as a hobby. Maybe you can turn things around. But chances are it's not going to happen. So you're going to need a job. Then he goes and basically does his best stepbrother's impression and tries to destroy his own job opportunity. And then the next day he's like, I'm not fucking working. I'm not doing it. I know you think I need to do it, but I really think that this time, if I commit myself, me and my 20-year-old girlfriend, we're going to make Dance Revolution how-tos. And this is finally going to be what gets my YouTube channel back. I might have gotten some of the details wrong there on that last part, but
Yeah, this is right before they took Boogie in for the P test and he failed.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It could have been a greeter at Walmart. Plenty of places will hire him. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, he definitely could get a job. Let's be real. He could get a job if he tried and didn't go in there and say he's a pedophile or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, just use your real name. He's got his real name.
Like, I'm Boogie.
Very, yeah. He says in the documentary, so I don't feel like I'm doxing him here. His real name is Steve Williams. Use that, dude. No one's. You look up Steve Williams. You're not going to be the one that. He complains about it actually at one point.
He says there's plenty of famous Steve Williams. Yeah.
So fucking go. You know what? And I'm sorry to bring this back, Danny. Trigger warning to Danny specifically. You know where Boogie needs to go work is that fucking McCamey Manor, because apparently he hates himself so much that he might be willing to eat dog food at this point. You just put it in a quesadilla, just put it in a little flat top, put a little panini press. Tell him it's Taco Bell. Tell him it's steak. Sorry, they're out of chicken.
You got to enjoy the finer things in life, like this dog food quesadilla.
It's Alpo quesadilla, dude. They told me it's carne asada.
I think this is also, Vanessa says he could even Uber or DoorDash. Honestly, I don't think about that often enough, but it does seem like maybe you don't make a lot of money, but an easy attempt is to sign up and fucking drive your car around and drop off some food. It seems like you don't even have to, it's not even like I guess I don't know the vetting process, but I don't think it's like you have to go in for a fucking interview in your fucking Sunday best.
You have to have a car and you have to have insurance, I think.
There you go. Like easy peasy. And he said,
probably if you have a bunch of DUIs, they probably won't let you.
He told us he pays for car insurance.
Right. Yeah. It's almost as important as Diablo.
It was up there before Diablo.
He's like, well, shit. If another video game comes out, man, I can't drive for a month because I'm gonna relapse. I'm gonna lapse on my car insurance payment, man.
So I told you that Moist Critical is the one that kind of motivated me to do this, because he did his little reaction to this, and I was like, well, maybe there's something to talk about on this video. And then I watched the video and I was like, okay, there is a little bit to talk about. Boogie's a little weirdo. But yeah, so Moist Critical did a video and Boogie had a lot to say on Twitter about it. You can probably guess what it is. Oh, woe is me. He says,
but
it's a book.
God.
He didn't want to make a video response. Okay. So he did this.
So he wrote you a novella instead.
He says, Charlie is right. He seemed angry. He seemed disgusted. He should be. I fucked up my body, my brain, my career, my life.
Thy name is Boogie. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you should be mad at me. I fucking suck. I'm pathetic. I'm never going to do anything to change about it. Just feel sorry for me. It's that same narcissism they were talking about in the documentary, where he does the whole like, oh yeah, I suck, so that hopefully some people in his thread will say, you don't suck, Boogie. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're a great guy. You're a nice guy. You sure are swell. Man, fucking God, this mentality makes me so angry. Like these, Boogie, get a hold of yourself, man. This is pathetic. I'm sorry. You've only read like 4 words. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. It's not even that far yet. This is like if you got the mod for Chat GPT that was fucking Boogie2988. Like I could have told you that this is what he was gonna say. I could have wrote this.
Yeah, this was like me, almost, when we did the Chris Chan video, and I was like, hang on, there's gonna be
right. These are all there's a bingo card for this.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see here. We should all be pretty pissed off about it. I am. Like that. This is another weird thing about this conversation here. He's right. He should be. I fucked up my body, my brain, my career, my life. We should all be pretty pissed about it. I am. I'm not pissed at you for being a weirdo, Boogie. I just think you're a weirdo. I don't know. I'm not like mad about what you did with your weirdo sex work and stuff. I mean, you like paid these women. As far as I'm concerned, what the documentary said, it was all besides what you actually got in trouble with the law for, like discharging your gun. It was all above board. They didn't come out and say like Boogie essayed anybody or anything like that, or he made claims about, you can find maybe that I'm a pedophile online, but you know what I mean? The documentary didn't go into anything like that he did like super actionable shit, like you get in trouble for it. You know what I mean? I guess you could get in trouble for prostitutes. I don't know. You get what I mean?
World's
though
oldest profession.
He didn't he preyed on these women, but he also paid the women. I guess it's different than the just straight up essaying them. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, look,
he did
inappropriate.
I
don't have any
stuff.
problem with people. I don't have a problem with prostitution. I'm not something I'm ever gonna do.
Right.
But I don't have a problem with it. I feel like
some people do, but
yeah, that is what it. Honestly, like I'm more concerned about him dating a fucking 20, like that 20-year-old is worse to me than him like it's stupid for him to have blown all that money, because he wouldn't just hire an escort. He would hire an escort and do the whole boyfriend routine where he's like, oh, I'll buy her $1,000 purse. I'll take her to all these dinners. She's going to come to Disney World with me. I'm going to pay for all of her trip and also pay for her to sleep with me. Like that was what was dumb on his part, because that just sapped him dry. But honestly, I'm more, as far as the morality is concerned, I'm more concerned about him being almost 50 years old, dating a 20-year-old who, based on that documentary, just didn't even really see, like, she didn't really act like she was 20, like didn't really seem to be a very mature individual is what I will say.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get into these situations, I guess, is like you're not as mature as you should be to make a decision that you shouldn't be with a guy that's 29 years your senior or whatever the fuck he is. It's something like that, isn't it? It's like 29 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is 29. This just in, folks, Poland Springs and I do not agree on something. That is brand new for this arc.
I have a problem with it. She's Christian, okay? Well, Mary Magdalene, we talked about that, Yeah,
it's my home girl.
Here, let's see. The reason why I signed off on this doc and wanted to show this aspect of myself is in the hopes that I can move forward after it's done and finally make changes I've spent my entire life trying to make. I wish the documentary showed that better. I hope the extended scenes I'm uploading does. We are in the end game now. I am very sick. Polycythemia vera is kicking my ass, and I don't know how much longer I can fight this fucking thing. What I do in these next few months will define the rest of my life. If I don't get it right now, I never will. Charlie was most frustrated because it seems like I have given up. Sometimes that's true. I feel like giving up at least a few times a day. But if life is a video game, I am here to play it for as long as I can, and I hope it has an amazing ending. I mean, he's a poet and he didn't know it, but still, it's like, it's the same shit that he always does.
It's great how he's like, Charlie was mostly frustrated because it's like, what? Did he say that? Did Charlie say? I didn't watch the video. Did Moist say, I'm mostly frustrated at Boogie because okay, fair. Because I'm just like, that's also a classic Boogie thing to like kind of paint his criticism, like to try to control the narrative of the criticism that's been put on him and try to reframe it in a way that works better for his mental gymnastics. If only Boogie could do the physical gymnastics the way he can do the mental ones, he might have a few less problems than he has right now. Hell, he'd be a fucking Olympian.
There were other things that I thought when I was watching this too, is like he had there were various scenes, like the scene that we showed where he was itemizing the list. You could see behind him that he has like an arcade.
Yeah.
It's like fucking 90 arcade cabinets. And it seems like to host all that, you have to have a big house. So his house is huge and it's filled with fucking toys that he's collected for fucking 30 years and cards and games and blah, blah, blah. And I realize he says it multiple times. Oh, I don't want to sell my stuff. I'm attached to some of this, blah, blah, blah. It's my hobbies for my whole life, whatever, yada, yada. It's like, you got to be able to bend somewhere, dude. Or you give up. That's what it is. If you're not willing to try other avenues, yeah, that's giving up, Boog.
Yeah,
You
just
can't
some
sell
shit.
your shit. You can't sell the 9 fucking arcade cabinets behind you.
You can't part with Magic the Gathering cards you're not even playing with. They're not an active part of your deck. But you know, like, because there was that whole scene too where he got in the bidding war with the guy who was buying his Magic
Can't
cards.
you give me a little more?
And then he's like, he had a whole box with him. And this, to me, this is just dumb, by the way, Boogie. He said, do you want to just, because Boogie is this fucking lazy, he didn't want to have to bring the box of Magic cards back to the Magic shop. He told the guy, do you just want to hold these? You're the only person I'd sell them to. Then just fucking sell them.
Right? You're not even like,
you're not
even taking them home for
house.
like sentimental value or whatever the fuck.
You don't even have them displayed. You left them with the guy. Why didn't you just let him buy all of them, you bastard? I'm so sorry, but that's really fucking dumb. You got to be willing to let go of some shit in life. Like you can't. That's so dumb, Boogie. It's so you got 18 fucking player one arcades, or those fucking things are called, arcade 1-ups or whatever. You know, like sell a couple of those things, even though I'm sure their value has gone down.
Well, yeah,
but sell the
especially if
fucking
it's like,
Magic cards.
do you think Boogie takes care of any of that shit either? I'm sure their
No.
value has gone down. But it did show in the documentary that now that he has a little 20-year-old teeny bopper running around, she does clean the house.
Oh my god.
She's like, I'd love to clean up for Boogie. So you
took
better
a
get used to it.
loan on car. Oh my god.
I think he took a loan on the cards. Jesus Christ. Well, you see how it is. It's a never-ending cycle for Boogie. I don't know if he'll ever recover, really. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this documentary is like a nail in the coffin for his career. It's like, what are you going to do now?
Beg for money.
It's like, yeah, go hang out with Tommy C in his arcade instead.
Yeah, really.
They have that same setup, dude. Tommy C, I mean, we like to joke that he rents out the kids' arcade for every podcast that he does, but he's like surrounded by these fucking arcade cabinets. I wonder, like, how much money did you spend on this shit? Holy shit. Your whole house is some fucking arcade shit. Wild to me. Especially when we're Boogie crying about how much money we have. Ohio had to make my name Poland approved. Yeah, Ohio.
I love
corn.
that. Yeah, Pest says, remember, he says pay him back. Yeah, I'm with Hash on this one. I get it. Like, there are things I have kept too, but in my younger days, you know, in college or fresh out of college, when I was a little more stupid with my money, you know, video games were an asset that I had that absolutely, like, they were the first thing to go. Like, absolutely.
yeah.
And you're getting a shit deal and you know it.
I feel bad about it till this day, about the stupid shit that I've sold.
And there are times that I've had to go back and rebuy it because I really wanted it. But at the end of the day, like, it was paying bills or having that form of entertainment. And I don't agree. Like, we're talking about a guy who had $600 to his name, and the sound didn't even go out on his TV. It had a little crackle to it.
This
and
was dumb too.
Spends almost a third, or at least, to be accurate, a seventh of his remaining income on a fucking sound bar. And then the TV just started working again. So again, just so fucking lazy. He's so dopamine driven. I can't live without my TV. I have to have my TV.
I love how he explains it.
And he always says this to, and this is where you can tell, like, there's just a mental block. It's the only thing I have going for me is my TV.
Exactly.
As he sits in a room with 28 fucking arcade games, where it's just like, no, you have tons of stuff. It's just your mindset is fucked, dude. You're in a rut. But again, it's so important to you, but you're also so lazy. You can't even spend any time to look into the audio, or just like, dude probably has headphones. You know, you could have just used some you didn't need to spend $100 where you didn't have it. And it's just, man, dude, that's I'll sell my body before I sell my hoard. See, and again, you guys run the tape back. I'm not opposed to that. If that's what Hash wants to do, I support it. You know, it's the world's oldest profession, as far as I'm concerned. Probably that, or maybe like being a pastor or something. You know, you've either been fucking people or fucking them over by convincing them that you got to pay taxes to, or tithes to, that invisible man in the sky. So one of those two has been around since fire.
We are pro sex work here at the Clout Route, just like Hassan Piker, when he, you know, frequents those brothels overseas and shit. I figured I'd bring that. That's a good you know, I figured Kevin would have something to feed off of that one.
Hey, dude, that's one of a few things that Hassan and I would agree on. You know, if he wants to go to Amsterdam and get himself laid, fine, have at it, bud. You know,
yeah.
You know, make sure you take some penicillin or something on your way out.
All right. Well, this is the end of the show, folks. We went over a little bit today too. Holy goodness. We got
to talk about the Bankman fraud, don't we? He was in the thumbnail.
Guess what? Bankman-Fried, he's fucked. Really, the story is, boys, we got him. I'll pull it up here. Bankman-Fried, who we've talked about before, he's hit the clout route because he's a pimpin's old too. Yeah, you gotta have. If you got hoes, where there are hoes, there are pimps or a pimp.
Yeah, there's always got to be one.
Anyways, Sam Bankman-Fried, we've talked about him before because he is a crypto scammer, and we like to point out crypto scammers like him and Logan Paul and all these other fucks, Dylan Dennis. Breaking: crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried has been found guilty on all charges.
Oh, I wish we had the Crab Rave song. Okay, that's good. This will work.
This guy. This guy is now going to be in jail for the rest of his life. It's like fucking hundreds of years.
I feel so bad. You know, sometimes you look at a guy and you're like, him? A bunch of people gave their money to him.
Nice shorts.
What was he like? I got a line on some rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards, brother. They'll get a ton.
Hey, I'll buy.
You know what I'm saying? Lock them up.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like just, you know, old-fashioned NFTs, right?
Sure, yeah.
In the same realm, you know.
Much more valuable than an NFT, I think. I don't think I can download your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Maybe I can now. I don't know.
Okay, well, rest in peace, Sam Bankman-Fried. Enjoy jail, you prick.
Don't drop the soap.
You know, he'll be somebody's cute little friend in jail. Definitely.
All that curly hair, dude. There's you know, there's a couple of perks about going bald. You know,
they don't have anything to grab onto.
Right, exactly.
My back fat. Anyways, on that note, rather than thinking about what would happen to me and Kevin if we were in Oz, let's finish the show here.
We'll save that for the Patreon. The only Dan's.
Poland Spring, thank you for the is she talking about me here because I said I was a little sick? Thank you. Thank you.
Story and emojis, dude. Look at that.
Thank you for thinking of me. Carla, nice to see you at the top of chat. She's laughing at Poland because Poland's making fun of me. Imagine that.
Breaking new ground every Tuesday.
Parking Tiger says, shout out to Hillary Clinton, the OG girl boss. Shouts out. She's fucking flying over you right now with drones.
Say goodbye horses. Was that a goodbye horses reference? Flying on. Yeah, she was kind of like Buffalo
Bill.
You
yeah, you get the lipstick. I like that. I'd fuck me.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Mama Creepy, nice to see you.
Squirtle Gang. That's right.
Thank you for being a seducer/producer. Squirtle Gang.
That's right. That's right.
Squirrel Gang. Let's see. Vanessa says, hey guys, nice to see you.
What
Vanessa.
up? Thanks for stopping by.
Pet says, what's up, gays? Nice to see you, Pet.
Typo.
Only
I'm
for
sure.
you.
I'm sure I didn't mean to say that. It's okay, Pet. We appreciate you.
Sweater Vest Quartet, nice to see you, George. Don't worry, Homer will just verbally abuse him.
Oh.
Sorry, Bart. No more choking for you. V-Dub says, none of you are safe. I played Doom as a kid.
Oh my god, dude. Yup. Oh, Shoppy's in the chat.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kev.
Oh, nice. I forgot about that one. Yes, there we go. Nice.
Only mistakes. Thank you. Salut. Mezami. Oofs. Is that like my
friend? Yeah, my egg friends.
I like that.
Saying
Okay.
hello, my friend, the eggs.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, we're here for you.
Bonjour.
The eggs are here every Tuesday and Sunday just for you. Let's see. Pass Vida. We said you guys. Kind of cool, Greg. Nice to see you, and welcome to the producer/seducer club. Inspiration
Oh,
from
that's
Kind of
right.
Funny themselves.
We gotta update the bottom scroll for next week. Yeah.
There you go.
Get Greg in there.
Only mistake says Crowder is a lesbian. He got the pass.
That's right.
That's why he can say eating pussy's bad.
Mm. Damn.
Jojo, nice to see you. Doja did not die. She was only acting like a kitty cat or something. Right?
Good. I hope so. I mean, she's like my third favorite singer. So
Maybe
I need some more tracks to come out.
Maybe after that clip, I should confirm or not, or whether she's alive or dead.
This is all just that whole. I've been doing Cosmic Shy for 5 years just so I can do one duet with Doja Cat, and then I'm out. I'm just gonna retire.
I like that. Let's see. As we scroll down here, man, everybody was great tonight. You guys were sure giving me some laughs in chat and some links. We love that. Sharing links for us and everything. You guys are the best. We love our admins in chat. Is that what the mods? The mods in chat. We love you.
We do.
Let's see. I think that is everybody.
I'm sliding one in here that came in late. Schopenhauer came in. Freudian slip, Buffalo Bill, huh? Yeah, maybe I said it on purpose.
Oh, we do have
what
one
up,
here.
Shoppy? Welcome.
Mystic Babs saves us from
that's right.
Potential disaster in chat, so we appreciate her.
Definitely deserves a shout out. Yeah, she saved us. She saved the stream. We almost got taken down. What was it the first time? Oh, it was the Crowder screenshots.
I think we almost got taken down multiple times in that stream.
Yeah. Ohio says I'm in the club too, so we may Ohio.
Oh, nice.
Appreciate you. If you are a seducer, we'll get you added to the screen as well. We gotta do that. Love that. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys all for being here tonight. I hope we got everyone, even Ohio Corn here at the end. We appreciate you. And we will catch you. Let's see. Next. Shit. Got a whole week ahead of us, Kevin. We will see you all on Sunday. I hope you're ready for the Lord's holy day this week. You might need it after the week you're ahead of. Did I say that wrong? The week that's ahead of you. You might need us on Sunday after the week that's ahead of you.
Oh, well, I hope not. Hopefully, we're all just doing a victory lap, gang. Hopefully, just a lazy Sunday.
Well, I mean, we were talking about, Hillary Clinton and drone strikes. We never know what could happen.
Shoppy's been here the whole time. Shit. I wouldn't have said some of those things earlier if I knew you were watching. Damn it. Oh, well. We'll survive. No, we appreciate you all for tuning in.
Thank you. We will see you next time. Peace and stream.